If you have sales problems or your sales don't take off, probably it's not what you think. It has nothing to do with what you are selling, digital products or physical products, and nothing to do with the price of what you sell. This undervalued aspect makes all the difference in your business. So, what is this crucial aspect? Continue watching this video till the end because I have a surprise for you. My name is Max Cecco and I teach aspiring entrepreneurs and professionals how to turn their knowledge and or someone else's expertise even into a 7-figure business. If you like my content, subscribe to this channel and hit the like button. Let me reveal this undervalued aspect right now, and then I'll explain how to fix it. The problem dwells in your communication. If you're not selling enough products or services, chances are that your communication is not aligned with your ideal client's problems and frustrations. Think about it. People buy when they feel understood, and often it has nothing to do with the content of your product if you're selling digital products or services. If your communication doesn't match the frustrations, aspirations, problems, and desires of those you want to serve, you will not sell anything. Normally, when sales don't take off, most entrepreneurs and professionals with a lack of marketing skills think about decreasing prices. That is the action I don't want you to do. Indeed, competing on prices is the perfect strategy that leads to failure. Now, listen to me very closely. Do not compete on prices. Before explaining how to fix your communication, you have to know that sometimes people don't buy your product or service even because they don't perceive the value of what you are offering. In this case, you should create a better offer in order to increase the perceived value from your potential customers' point of view. Once again, how you create and communicate your value makes all the difference. So, the question is, how could you fix this communication problem? Follow this 3-step strategy. Step number 1, identify who you want to sell to. Repeat this fucking statement with me, please. Your product or service is not for everyone. So, before creating the product, the offer, and everything related to selling what you want to sell, you need to identify your target audience, who you want to serve. Defining your ideal client is the most underrated process most entrepreneurs and professionals ignore because they think their product is for everyone. Let me be very clear. If you are for everyone, you are for no one. I'm so sorry to be very direct with you, but if you don't understand this phase, you will not get the results you want in terms of sales. I have some important questions for you that you have to answer. Let me share them. Which type of ideal client do you want to attract? Who is your ideal client, man or woman? How old is he? Is she married? What's his profession? What is his annual income? What does your ideal client want from a practical point of view? What do they want to accomplish? What does your ideal client want from an emotional point of view? What is their desired outcome? What would their life be like if they found what they are searching for? I have just mentioned some of the most important questions I ask myself every time I have to sell a product or a service, and every time I start a business. You must understand this important aspect. Your communication filters your audience and attracts those you want to serve. Your ideal clients will be attracted by the way you speak to them. So, consequently, they are more willing to buy your product or service to fix their problems. Now, let's switch to the second step. Step number 2. Different products or services solve different needs of the same audience. Especially when you sell online digital courses and services by sharing your expertise, you have to be aware of this aspect. To satisfy different needs or desires, the information you share or sell is always the same. What changes is the vehicle you choose to deliver that information, by keeping in mind these parameters. Number 1. Likelihood of achievement of a specific outcome. Number 2. Speed of achieving the results your client is looking for. Number 3. Effort involved. It seems complicated, but it's not. Let me share with you an example. If I want to teach a man how to get his ex back, I can share the same information with 3 different products. For instance, ebook, online video calls plus weekly group coaching calls, one-to-one mentoring programs. In this case, the information is the same, but you will attract different clients with the same problems, but different needs in terms of solutions. Needless to say, the one-to-one mentoring program is the fastest and easiest way to let our client achieve his desired result, and obviously the more expensive. Do you understand how it works? If not, listen again to what I've just said. Step number 3. Test the angle of what you are selling. This is a terrific concept I learned while running an e-commerce business. Your product or service can solve the same problem for different audiences. These various potential clients have different needs, but the same problem. Once again, your communication ability to match their needs makes all the difference. Let me give you an example of my boys that want to have their ex back. I can sell my online course or service to 18-year-old boys, 30-year-old guys, 50-year-old men. In this case, we have 3 ideal clients with 3 different needs, expectations, and desires. How you communicate with the 18-year-old boy is entirely different from the levers and motivations you can use with the 50-year-old man. Find the audience that converts better with your offer, or introduce different products or services at different prices. For sure, you have to know how to create irrefutable offers people can't refuse. This is why I urge you to watch this following video. How to price your digital products to make them irresistible to buyers. This video is a game changer, so watch it now.